Goblet of Fire is next. Wow. What a movie. I've never seen this.
What a movie.
You've seen it before.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously.
A few times, yeah.
And you liked it back then?
I remember liking it a lot when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mostly because of the climax, which I still say, rewatching this, I love like the last half hour of this movie because it's fucking so good.
I have to agree. We'll get to that today.
But
this movie
is this one
made me fucking rage.
Rewatching this movie, it is easily the weakest of all the Harry Potter movies.
Yeah, I have to agree with
easily.
you. Mm.
Like, I think in the series, even like Order of the Phoenix, where not a lot happens, at least felt like a good story. Like it made sense to me. It felt like a necessary step. I know you kind of disagree. We'll talk about that when we get to the fifth one.
Mm.
But anyway, the actual execution of the Goblet of Fire, I don't know, man. It's just, and you know why? Because it's too fucking much. There's like way too much plot that they cover.
I don't remember about most of it. It's just so much to remember.
Yeah, and you know what?
It's not done well.
This was one of the first long Harry Potter books because this one's like 700 pages, and I think The Prisoner of Azkaban is only like 400, right? So it's a big leap. This is like a lot more content, they have to adapt, and I don't know if they really do it all that well, to be honest.
You know what? Maybe if it like these movies came out later, it probably would have been a part 2 because. The Deathly Hallows. It was like one of the first movies that had part 2.
It
right?
really was. It was one of the first like young adult novel adaptations.
I don't remember like much movies have like a part 2. Like the story's not complete.
Not often.
Yeah.
Or if it was a part 2, like sometimes it was labeled a part 2, but it was actually like a sequel. Like Godfather.
The Godfather. That's like a completely different story.
Yeah, it's not the same thing.
So maybe if it came out later, they would have made like a part 2 to it. It may be better.
Maybe. Yeah, I definitely think this one or a miniseries. Deserves
gotta
more.
say at least once a fucking video.
But okay, like this is a perfect example though. You got way too much material for like a fucking 2-hour movie, and this one was like 2:45. It's like one of the longest ones too. It's super long. They still don't fit everything in it that I feel like they should have. Everything feels like it's really rushed. But okay, my biggest problem with this movie is again the logic of these people in this fucking world. Like I can't remember. Does he even start the Dursleys in this one? Because it starts quick.
I don't remember the first part of this movie at all.
I don't. That's the only one I remember. Like they go to the Quidditch Cup, right? And Victor Crumb's there, and there's like the Irish leprechaun and fireworks. Remember that?
Oh, see, it happens so fast.
The Death Eaters attack,
bro. That happens like 2 seconds.
I know it happens like 5 minutes in.
Yeah.
Well, like okay, the opening sequence though actually is horrifying. It's the graveyard.
Oh yeah, see that's a really good scene.
Oh my god, Harry has
it looks like a horror movie.
It does. Yeah. There's like a graveyard, and Voldemort's like in a bathtub, and he's like telling the snake to kill some groundskeeper that we've met in the dream. It's horrifying.
That's a good scene.
It's like the beginning of Harry Potter becoming like a fucking full-on horror series.
Oh, this is completely a different series from what I've experienced. I had no idea this was like this.
It's insane. Yeah,
it's cool though.
It was. I think that was the first PG-13 Harry Potter too.
As it should be.
Yeah, as it should be. So yeah, that one was the beginning is scary, but then I think he's already like with the Weasleys, right? Yeah, I don't think he even goes to the Dursleys in this one, at least not in the movie.
Thank God.
And they go to the Quidditch Cup and the Ku Klux Klan attack.
Basically, the Death Eaters.
Yeah,
the followers of Voldemort.
Yeah,
that's cool.
They're scary looking, I think.
And like the fucking. I don't know what do they do in the
dark
air?
Mark.
Yeah. So what does that signify?
It's just like Voldemort.
It's like fuck you, we're coming for you. All
yeah,
right.
basically.
That's horrifying.
It is.
So it starts off pretty bad in the beginning, and again, they have a fucking school year. Why? We'll start off with the bullshit.
We're literally talking about terrorists, and you know what? Most of these terrorists, if you were to like ask which house they came from, it's Slytherin.
Yeah. What the fuck?
They're all the bad guys.
It's almost like. If you go to Slytherin, you're probably an evil person.
Why did they let them into their school and teach them
racist.
how to do magic?
Oh my god. Oh. Okay.
I guess like if they weren't there, we wouldn't have a movie. But still,
It's just so stupid, though.
it's so obvious that they're all evil.
The only way, I think Dumbledore, he's like, he knows, like, he's like, Harry Potter's gonna like conquer all. Like, is he like a fortune teller? Does he know what's gonna happen in the future? Like, he's okay with all this going on? Like, it's in God's plan. It's in fucking Potter's plan. He's fucking God.
I guess, you know, like they do say sometimes, I think even the Sorting Hats, like, a lot of great wizards came out of Slytherin, but you know what the problem is? We never see that.
Never. That's literally, why if they did that,
every Slytherin they show is a fucking maniacal bastard.
Well, I guess Snape, but wasn't he originally a bad person?
Yeah, originally he was a Death Eater.
Yeah.
He's converted. Changed his tune.
And he's still a pretty shitty person.
Yeah.
Well, just mean, I guess. Anyways.
But yeah, so anyway, they have school for some reason.
There's death and like despair everywhere, but we're still gonna have this cup or
the Tri-Wizard Tournament. Okay.
Try.
Can we talk about the logic of the Tri-Wizard Tournament? So essentially, they magically bind these kids who sign up for it. If they're 17, they can sign up. So at least they have to be age of consent. Great. They let these kids enter things where they can die.
Anybody second. Of any age is still fucking dangerous as fuck.
I know.
Anything, but go ahead.
Yeah, so they let them basically sign up to die, maybe. For what? Mm-hmm. Glory?
It's not really established.
They don't really establish how, but you know
10
what?
points for Gryffindor.
The thing that kills me, though, and I'm just gonna spoil the ending because I need to talk about it because it does not make sense. They are mad, or they're like shocked when Cedric Diggory gets killed. Mm-hmm. Like, oh my god, a student's dead. You literally let them go like against a dragon,
a fucking dragon that can easily kill you.
Go underwater.
That's the part I fucking hate so much. Let me talk about this. So they have to go on the water where there's like horrifying mermaids and save their loved ones. Okay, so let's just think about this. So they can die, right? The loved ones.
I think so.
Hermione's down there, right?
Hermione was down there because Victor Crumb was like in love with her.
So did they choose to be down there? Did they choose to give their fucking life to
I don't think so.
To 17-year-old kids?
I don't think so.
Exactly. So this is what I'm thinking. Dumbledore told Snape or whoever, one of the teachers, to go in their fucking rooms, kidnap them, and like do whatever the spell. Like it's okay. We don't care.
It's part of the games.
They signed the consent. Like their parents signed the consent. They don't care about them. This is what pisses me the fuck off. It makes no sense.
They never established if the people knew if they were gonna die. Like, why would they let this happen? What would happen if one of them failed? So you're gonna say let's say Ron never gets saved by Harry.
He's dead.
Does he die?
That's what is never explained.
How is this a school?
I wish if they just explained it, or they just said, like, this school is just being a part of Wizard. There's danger everywhere, so you have to be prepared for it. That's all I need to hear.
Yeah, I guess if they established this as like a military thing,
but they never really say it.
No, they make you feel like you should be safe.
Yeah,
even though there's like murder happening around every corner.
It's just like another school, but you do spells.
Everywhere you look, someone's getting murdered.
Yeah, drowned, and then
it's insane.
And then. Okay, well, I guess Harry, he was just put in, like, because he's fucking Harry Potter. I don't know. Did you say something about that? Like,
no. So they have this is another thing that pisses me off. They have the Tri-Wizard Tournament, right? And for some reason, Harry Potter's name gets, the Goblet of Fire, like, spits out his name.
He doesn't even try. And then Ron is all fucking pissed off.
I know.
It's like, man.
It doesn't make any sense why Ron is mad at him.
I got a headache now.
But whatever, I guess they're kids. I'll just let that slide.
Yeah, it's whatever. It's like the least of my worries.
Yeah, with this fucking movie. Yeah. But, like, okay, they've already got the three wizards. It's Cedric, Fleur Delacour, and Victor Crumb. Why the fuck are they even letting a fourth one go? It's called the Tri-Wizard Tournament. And he's not 17. It should just ended right there.
We must do it. We must follow the goblet.
We must. They do say something about it's a magical binding contract that it means if you don't do it, you're going to die. I guess that's why he has to do it.
Okay, so what if it was like a fucking even younger student? Like the first year.
What if it was Harry when he was a fucking baby?
Exactly.
He's got to.
He
put his name in the goblet with his little fingers.
Exactly.
Doesn't make any
Let's
sense.
just move on from that.
All right. It's fucking, the logic of this one really bothers me. Mm-hmm. It's just like the whole thing's structured that way, right? You know, everything is like someone's about to die. It's like it's too much, you know, too much of the fucking frustration for me to even watch this one now.
Yeah. What I do like, you want to say some more about it?
I do
like some stuff in this movie.
There is some stuff I like. I'm gonna get to actually right now because I do like the overall like aesthetic of this one.
Yeah,
it is really dark. I love the maze scene.
The what?
The maze, like the last.
Oh, the
trial.
maze. You said maze. Okay, right,
yeah. I love hedge mazes. They fucking scare me. Like The Shining.
Scary.
It reminds me of, like The Shining.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Ooh, I hate shit like that. Like I never want to be in a fucking maze. It gives me anxiety.
Nah, definitely not that maze when it moves and
moves
shifts
and changes.
Fuck that.
Fuck that, man.
Imagine being lost in that forever.
Do you remember how big that thing looked too?
It
looked like it went on for miles.
It did. It's magic, man. Oh my god.
It's anxiety inducing. So yeah, I really did like that scene. It was definitely creepy. And then they get, I guess the Triwizard Cup is a port key that teleports them to fucking Voldemort's home.
How did that happen? Because of was the
Mad Eye Moody, I think.
Mad Eye. Oh, okay, we'll get to that.
Yeah, so Mad Eye Moody also has been acting weird the whole movie, right?
You know, on it in his flask.
Yeah, drinking Polyjuice Potion because he's Barty Crouch Jr.
Yeah,
which I think is a good twist.
That is a good twist.
Again, it's just like this movie has too much going on. Like it's way too much. I
forgot completely about that too.
And it would have made more sense if they would have just let it. If it would have been a longer movie or a miniseries. You know, it would have been better.
Miniseries for one book. For that one book.
A 4-episode miniseries. Why not?
And then the rest of them are movies.
Yes. No, the rest of them are miniseries too, if they need to be.
Oh my god. Okay.
Or seasons of a TV show.
Okay. Write a book series just like this. And you make it into a miniseries. I can't reboot
Harry Potter.
All right. Now. They're going to do it one day.
They will one day.
20 years.
They will one day.
All right.
But yeah, so it's just like, again, too much going on with the Mad Eye Moody stuff. So I already kind of like, by this time I've forgotten about him in this part of the movie. But anyway, they get teleported to Voldemort's graveyard / home. And that is the best scene of the movie. And probably one of the most iconic scenes in like film history because it's like you set up, like this villain that you've been teasing for 3 movies finally appears. And I honestly think that whole scene is so fucking creepy. Still.
It is. Okay.
It's fucking creepy.
So this is the first time I'm seeing this. So he's been built up for years.
Yeah.
For me. Like, the guy with the no nose. It's like, oh, Voldemort, you can't say his name. Oh.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like, oh, whatever. But when they do it and he like puts, like he cuts his, so he
cuts Harry's arm because he needs blood of the enemy. I think bone of the father. So he takes like.
So he's making this stew of like human stew, like.
And then he pours what Voldemort is now, which is like this little like fetus looking thing.
It's very disturbing.
This is rated R shit.
I don't like slimy, veiny shit. He's all that. Ugh. Like just being like, think about being close to Voldemort. Like, oh, that's so gross.
No, he's slimy.
Yes, I don't want to look at him. He's But yeah, he comes out and like, he's like, oh, I can finally touch you. Yeah, that was a great scene.
Yeah, it was a really cool scene. It's really creepy. And you do feel like now there's danger.
Yes.
Like, I thought Harry was going to die. Yeah. There's only times where I was like, how does he get out of it? You know, like, how does he survive it? This was like really like, now it's like really serious, you know? And not like serious.
Go back to school.
Sirius Black, because he's not in it. But
because he's hiding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also just kind of crazy how quickly Cedric dies, because literally Voldemort's just like, Vada-Kedavra!
Yeah, at first I wasn't sure if he was dead, like, because there was really no like real depth.
There's no build up to it. He just literally just like.
I like that. It's just like anything can happen. Like, that's how powerful he is.
It's scary.
He's just fucking dead. I'm like, oh, too bad I don't care about this guy though.
Yeah,
that's why it doesn't hit as hard for me. Like, I don't care about Cedric. Like,
they don't do a good job of making you care about him, because his
it would have been a lot better.
I don't know anything about his character except
he
seems like he's kind of a nice guy, but also not always, and it's like I don't know.
Like, a lot of people in these movies don't have any personality. Anyways, we'll continue on.
So they kill Cedric, and Harry and Voldemort fight for the first time, which was also really cool.
That was awesome. Yeah.
And eventually, like, Harry's spell just like, I can't remember what happens exactly. How did he get teleported out of there? I think like the spell just kind of like
the souls of Cedric and some other people, they help him out. I don't know how that happens actually.
I don't know how it happened either. Yeah,
it wasn't clear to me.
But the spell just kind of combusted. It gave Harry like a second to go back and grab the port key, and he does.
Yeah, and like he he like transports back with a fucking dead body, and everybody's like, yeah,
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
he's sitting there traumatized for like,
oh, Cedric, get up, man, you won, man. That was so that was so dark.
That was a great scene because it was like really
Yeah,
fucked up.
I was like, damn, this.
And then people start to realize that he's dead. And,
yeah.
But again, this makes me mad because like I said, he could have died in any of these trials. Why are you upset?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You had to have been expecting this, right? I would just expect that someone's gonna die if I'm going to watch
it's
this
so
thing.
stupid. It's too stupid to take serious.
It doesn't make sense, you know. So yeah, this one and it ends really optimistically, which is also really weird. Cedric dies. Voldemort's back.
It's literally the worst.
It's literally the worst possible like thing that could happen to everybody at this time.
You know it's coming.
Yeah. So, but they end like, oh, I guess
the tone is like all over the place.
It's way all, yeah.
It's so bad. I don't. It's like, it's not the. This is not the one where it's like that weird jump cut. No, that's not it. I think it's the other
jump cut.
It's not a jump cut where he's like in the office of the.
No, that's the sixth one.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was weird. Like a lot of stuff is like really rushed and the pacing's off.
It is rushed.
And it's definitely in this one. And you're saying this is a longer book. I feel it. I feel it in this one. One other thing I like that they introduced more is like the romance between the students.
Yeah, this is where they start to get horny.
Yeah, they're horny. Their hair is longer and they're some other stuff. So in look, man, we all grow sometimes, okay?
Yeah,
our hair grows.
Thanks. I've been there.
Anyways, yeah, we all been there. So hopefully, so in this one, I like how they establish that. I like that how they have the
they're like maturing.
Yeah, I like that. I like the high school drama, not the drama, but like the romance, like new, coming of age, trying to figure out who you are, who do you like, who you're gonna be. I like that stuff.
Yeah, I like it too.
Movies, and they do it good in this. I mean, it's nothing like spectacular.
It's definitely the start of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's cute to see.
They're starting puberty.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. Do I like you? Anyways, so I like that in this movie, but everything else fucking sucked except for the Voldemort scenes.
Yeah. So what would you give this 1 out of 10? Do you think?
This is definitely the worst one.
Yeah, I agree.
I probably would never watch it except for like the last part. I'll give it like a. Can I be nice? 6, 5.5.
I was gonna say a 6.5 for me because I think there is some good elements. I don't think it's actually a bad movie.
Yeah, it's just
but
like
it's just
average.
I guess when you compare it to the rest of the series, though,
that's what I'm comparing it to.
Yeah, it's not as good. So I think it's like if I were to watch just this one, I wouldn't say it's like bad, but it's definitely not like the other ones. So 6.5 for me, I think is probably where Goblet of Fire is. You are harsh.
I don't have any nostalgia for these movies, like these past movies, and I'm watching this like,
Yeah.
I'm like, ugh. It makes me so. Like, if a movie makes me mad like that, like how I am right now, I fucking hate it. I guess it's better than a movie that's boring, but
yeah,
it's not a bad. I can't say it's a bad movie. Like,
it's really not a bad movie.
I would say it's 6. I won't be too harsh, but this is definitely the weakest movie.
It's easily the weakest Harry Potter movie. Easily.
Goblet of Fire.
Goblet of Fire.
Okay,
You're fired.
You're fired.